What is up, guys? So today I'm going to be bringing you a brand new topic, and that topic is, do video games cause violence? This is a topic that's come up recently within the media, and it is something that is a very personal topic. I've done a school project on this, so I kind of know a little bit on this topic, and through research I've done, there's been no conclusive evidence that supports that video games cause violence. There's millions of people now that play violent video games, and they range anywhere from little kids to adults, basically. And we have the right to play these games. I don't know why every single time there's a mass shooting, the media likes to jump the gun and blame the video games that cause the violence, when in reality it's the shooter's own fault that he went out and started to kill a whole bunch of people because this guy's a complete sicko. And it's happened a few times before, and every time I hear this, I get kind of frustrated at the media because they're not looking into what is actually causing the violence and what is actually the root cause of it, and that's the killer. They like to pin this on violent video games for multiple reasons. One is they've probably never picked up a video game before in their life and actually sat down with the controller and played it. Or two, they are bought and paid for by the companies that give them money to kind of address this topic, and therefore they are against the NRA and gun owners as kind of thing of their agenda, and they'll just bash video games without ever picking one up or even picking one up to play it. Sorry, my PlayStation Network account is online, so if you hear people going online, that's kind of what it is. I think this topic really needs to be addressed because it's something that is really serious. It happened twice, in sort of the most recent one being that of Sandy Hook. I'm not going to go into full detail on that because it's recent, and pretty much everybody should have kind of understood what happened there. It was a very horrific event, and the media wanted to go back and blame his previous history on playing violent video games, and the media attacked also movies and stuff. We live in an age where we watch violent video games, we consume violent media because it's entertainment, it's not real. If you can't determine what's real and fake with a video game, then you really shouldn't be playing them. The people that can't determine whether or not killing something in a video game where it's polygons in the screen and real life human beings is just crazy. They shouldn't be allowed to buy a mature rated game anyway. There's no real way to kind of block people from this because it's within our rights to be able to consume this type of media and media in general. But back to the topic here. Do video games cause violence? I've looked into a couple cases where they've tried to do tests and research on whether or not video games cause violence, and all of those tests have been proven to be inconclusive in their own attempts to solve this problem. So I don't buy any research that comes out and says we've proved that violent video games do affect aggression. It does not, because they haven't tested them for long periods of times playing those video games, and there's no possible way that they could do so without kind of testing like periodically to see if any part of their psychological behavior has changed or if it hasn't been affected. So there's no way to prove or disprove whether or not these games had any significant factor in making people aggressive or not. I would have to say, though, that we do live in a sort of violent era where we're watching and consuming violent media, so that is a little bit of a problem, but not as much of a problem. Video games are more or less an escapism type of thing. Same with movies. You go to a movie to kind of escape the problems that you're dealing with. Same with video games, and that's kind of how some people deal with their issues, and it does save a lot of people, instead of where you see in the media where they blast someone for playing a video game and then they've shot up a school or something. That just doesn't happen, and it doesn't really happen that often. The people that committed these crimes wanted a reason to get out of the crime, and so they'll blame something that they've really never even touched before. Because I've played both Doom and Grand Theft Auto, which has been also accused of giving people the wrong message with violence and sort of killing and stuff like that, which, yes, it is a violent video game, but again, it's just a video game, it's not real. So all in all, I think this whole thing, they really need to take a step back when they try and blame violent video games and either sit down and play a controller with their kid or play by themselves. The gaming community is a bunch of people that are really cool, talented, and creative individuals, and I think this is stifling and hurting the video game industry as a whole, because every single time that we get attacked or the gaming community gets attacked, it goes a step backwards instead of forwards. And that is kind of my opinion. Do I believe that violent video games have any sort of negative impact on kids, minors, or even adults? No. I think if the person is already going to commit an act, they're going to do it prior to even playing a video game or even while they are playing a video game. I think they've had serious issues and things traumatize them in the past, and that is why they're doing these acts. It is not because of the games at all. So that is my opinion on the subject, and if you like this video, guys, please leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.
Minutes remaining. Heavy ammo on the way. They've almost won. Heavy ammo available. You may be defeated, but you must never surrender.